Let's talk about misunderstanding cultural differences. I spent my early boyhood in Durango, Colorado. My father was a teacher among the Navajo, the second largest Native American tribe next to the Cherokee. Although we were not Native Americans, not members of the tribe, and not speakers of Navajo, these people welcomed us into their society. The cultural differences between us were significant, and they didn't magically disappear. Yet the Navajo accepted us, not suddenly, but gradually, by extending bonds of affection and a sense of belonging that I clearly perceived as a child. They included us, and we could feel that sense of inclusion. On one occasion, I went with my father to a remote part of the reservation. As we drove by a small settlement, we saw a man standing outside. Dad stopped the truck and walked over to greet the man, knowing that if he didn't stop, it might create suspicion because it was unusual for non-Native Americans to wander through this isolated place. I stayed in the truck and observed the exchange. The men didn't shake hands, no salutations of any kind, nor could I see on the face of the Navajo man any nonverbal cues to indicate his mood or response. He seemed emotionless, and that flat affect led me to believe that he wasn't happy. Without a smile or wave, the men simply parted. By the time my father returned to the truck, I was sure he had offended the man. Key question: have you ever misjudged another person because you didn't understand cultural differences? Is he mad? I asked as my father got back in the truck. My father gave me a puzzled look and responded, "He said we could stay on his land and bathe in his stream." I had misinterpreted the entire exchange. Before we come in contact with each other, we're in a state of separation, but not a state of exclusion. We're strangers, but not estranged. Whenever human beings begin interacting, they begin the process of deciding if and how they will accept each other into their respective societies. The way we accept or reject, include or exclude, takes many forms, but the primary way we draw lines among us is by granting or withholding psychological safety.